It's a
Oh no, I glitched out the UI. Oh, that fixed itself.
Cool. Hey everybody, it's Maplebrook. We're here again, finally, and none of us have dying ISPs this time. I am your dungeon master, Super Ninja 5506,
No,
and I'm very excited to have a new arc to present to you and these fools who are.
I'm Queen Swissy, and I play West Wordsworth, who's a fucking nerd.
I am also Queen Swissy, and I play East
No, you're not! You're still not!
I am American _ Josh, except only on Twitter. That is, the other ones don't have the underscore. And I play Connor, who's the chief character, who's somehow the most mundane guy, despite being literally a vampire.
And also rich.
Well, half a vampire.
Yeah, you got him. That's it. He inherited the mundane trait from his dad.
Nice.
And I am Roko, and I am playing Adva Lusitania.
I've given up. You don't wait for me.
Don't worry about it. Wait,
Okay.
I've got a solution to this issue.
Oh. Are you just gonna add an I? It's too late. It's on the official Word document that I have. With all my
I can't believe
notes.
trying to pull up the stream on my phone gave me a 30-second ad. This is a travesty.
Well,
John Madden.
Support the stream, Josh.
Never.
Give me all your money. Well, you're not directly giving me the money, but Twitch is.
I barely give anyone money for any point in time ever.
You give me like 1 cent a month, and I appreciate that. So anyway, it's going to be. So we finished up the last time. They confronted the siren, and they beat it. Josh or Connor shot a lot of things with his gun. Adva choked out the siren. West used his magic balls. It was all great.
But then
the Fire Nation attacked. And then
fuck, not again.
Oh no.
At the end, Diane, the headmistress of the school, asked you guys like what you thought she should do with the two innocent bystanders who got involved, and you all, although one of you somewhat reluctantly agreed that wiping their memory of all of that shit was probably the best thing.
Give them the old Men in Black treatment.
Exactly.
Bingo, bango, bongo, back into the real world with you.
So I'm actually going to give you a slight update on that. So we're jumping forward about a month. So it's going to be like towards the end of October now when we're starting.
The witching hour.
It's Josh
in the meantime, no. In the meantime, you guys have like seen, what were their names? Chris, Jacob, and Chris. You guys have seen Jacob and Chris around.
One of them is like Chris
Bevins.
Yeah, that's it.
Chris Bevins.
I was like, he has a bad
Barclay.
pun about Chris Evans.
It's not really a pun even. I just put a B on the beginning of Evans.
Chris Bevins.
And then spelled it slightly different. Anyway, yeah, the two of them have like recognized you, and like you guys are like friends. They don't quite remember like exactly what happened, but like they're friendly to you now. If they had a Fallout-esque status, they would be now set as friendly. So those are just people you know now. Now you guys all came to me, or I came to you and begged you to give me a solo scene that you wanted to do in the meantime, like in between adventures, and we're going to do those now. I am going to mute the two, or I'm going to mute and deafen so they can't hear it. The two who are not in the scene, because secrets. So Josh, I have yours written down first. I'm going to start with you.
Aha!
I'm going to play
Making
a
me
mobile
the
game.
winner.
Bonk. And that's just mute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you gotta do both. Gotta give them both symbols.
Well, I don't think they can talk if I... Nope. Okay, yeah, I'm still getting audio. Never mind.
You gotta give them both symbols.
Ah, I see. Okay, cool. So I've done that.
Baller.
Hey.
Now I can say whatever I want.
Well,
behold, as I unleash a torrent against Queen Swissy.
All right, he's still here. Okay, so, The scene you came with to me. It's we'll say like late September day probably. It's what kind? I don't know. What day do you think it is? What day is your raid day? Because that's what's happening right now.
Well, we got to go like all night, basically. It's probably Friday night.
Friday night. All right, so it's late Friday night, getting into Saturday morning, and you are home in your room at your computer. And you are playing an MMO with some buddies. I don't know if I ever wrote down the name of this fucking MMO. Did you have any ideas?
Do we want to make it like an actual name or a bad pun?
Oh, sorry. Nope, I did write it down. It's called Realm of Kings. It's a fantasy-style MMO. And you are playing with your, you are challenging Ryloth the Undying. And it is right towards the end of this raid. I want you to roll an Act Under Pressure roll.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I'm not even in roll 20. Oh,
Well,
no.
That's unfortunate.
I literally forgot. I was like, yeah, I don't need anything up. I can just sit here, right? Oh, no,
Nothing.
hang on. We got buy time. Distract the audience.
All right. So you've decided that you're playing a tank. Your two DPSs are somewhat low on health. Firelord and Yonderlust are the two DPSs. They're circling around the backside of it while you're pulling aggro. Candy is healing them, trying to keep them from being fucking dead. And you see the aggro switch to one of the DPSs as the raid boss prepares to use a special move, and this is your Act Under Pressure roll to hit the right button to pull aggro back to you.
Act under pressure to hit the right button.
Essentially, yes.
Discord, I'm trying to click the thing. Alright. Okay. And...
Oh,
boom.
damn it, I don't have the rules pulled up again. 7, so that's a mixed success. I will say, I don't really know how to roll. Okay, so you get the move to target you at the last possible second, but it does kill you.
God.
You forget to proc whatever your defense buff is, and you manage to pull the aggro back to you, but you do then instantly die. Do you think Connor uses voice chat during this, or is it just text chat?
Oh, he uses voice chat.
Okay, so you hear Candy like laugh at you and go like, "God damn it, Connor." Wait, no, hold on. What's your username? She probably doesn't call you Connor. Didn't think about this, did you?
I didn't think about literally anything.
I came to you with this 3 weeks ago.
Listen. I don't have an excuse, but I do have a lot of excuses. Hang on. No, we can figure this out. He probably would do something like that's only slightly different from his actual name. No, I've got it.
Okay.
His name is Connor, but it's just spelled with like a K.
Connor with a K.
And it's probably some numbers at the end that like people just cut off or something like that.
Yeah, so like Connor 42069. No, probably not.
Okay,
that.
well.
Okay,
well,
I
not
shouldn't
that.
make this choice for you.
It's just that's what it is now. He has to live with that. Yeah, we'll do it. It's a good number. We'll go with fucking I'm gonna. Oh no, I've got it.
All right.
This is even better.
All right.
Lowercase x, capital X, underscore, Connor with a K, underscore, capital X, lowercase x.
Is it literally Connor with a K, or is it like Connor but spelled with a K?
Oh, it's Connor spelled with a K. Hang on, I'll put it in stream chat the way I'm envisioning it in my mind.
Okay. Excellent. This is now canon.
Yep.
So she does chuckle, and she's like, God damn it, Connor, and you see her prepping the red spell, but it's gonna take a second. And while she is doing that, the boss is charging up another hit. Ryloth the Undying's charging up another hit. both of the DPSs proc their like special moves that do a shit ton of damage, and they manage to just barely take out the raid boss right as you res. And
All according to plan.
And there is a lot of cheering and yes-ing and
General hoopla
and relieved sighs as the results screen pulls up, and you all did pretty good. Then the all your rewards come up. You guys all split them amicably. How long have you been together with this raid group?
2 years.
Okay, yeah, you all know each other, so it's you know how to split up the loot to make sure everybody gets what they want, and yeah. So after that, you all look at your resources, and you realize that finally, after so long, you have enough money to purchase a guild house for yourselves from one of the properties at the player-owned home, basically. And you've got enough money to be able to make a guild house, and everybody seems super excited about this. I'm trying to remember. So I should clarify. So your clanmates are Firelord, who plays a DPS character, Candid Candy is healer, and then Yonderlust is the other DPS. And Firelord is kind of the I don't know, unless you imagine that Connor is kind of the guild leader. I have written that Firelord is the guild leader. So he goes all right, guys, I'm going to go just claim our spot real quick, just so nobody else jumps on it, because I know we've been looking at the one for a while. I will be right back. And his character teleports away. And then he's actually, I'm still in the call, so it is,
I'll still be here.
I'll still be here.
But not
I'll still be here.
My avatar will be elsewhere.
I'll still be here, but And Candy and Yonder are both oh hell yeah, dude, that's so great. Oh man, I can't wait to put new stuff in our room. Hey Connor, what are you gonna put in your room? What's your aesthetic like?
Table. For sure.
Just a singular table?
Well, you need surface area for holding things. Personally, I think the table is a good example.
Guess that is true. That's Yonder talking, and then Candy's well, I'm kind of thinking, just maybe I'll make some sort of temple to the moon goddess that my character worships, just a fun little aesthetic thing to have, What's your look, Yonder? And she goes, pink. It's gonna be all pink. Pretty much all of it, just every pink item that I can buy. And,
blindingly pink.
Exactly. And Candy's that sounds a little... You're gonna, organize it, right? And Yonder goes, sure, yeah, totally. And you suspect it's just gonna be fucking haphazard pink shit all over the floor, some sort of cursed Animal Crossing home.
Classic Yonder.
And then you're having this discussion about your aesthetic tastes, and you hear a knock on your door, on your bedroom door.
In the real world?
Yes, in your real world bedroom door.
All right, in character, I go, ah.
What's up?
Someone's at my door. I'm on mute for a second.
All right, you mute. You hear them. You hear them still tittering away about the various items they're going to purchase or have been saving up for when you finally get a home and have had for a while, because there's those event exclusive things, and
I should get an end table too.
So yeah, you mute yourself and then don't respond in any meaningful way to the knocking, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna go open my door.
Okay. You set down your headphones and get up, and you open the door, and it's Laura there actually.
Oh, hi, Laura. What's up? Nice to see you not climbing out of the window.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, do you have a minute to talk? Do you have a minute to chat?
Yeah. We just finished our raid, so we're not really doing anything important. I was thinking about in-game tables.
cool. That sounds a lot like you from what Lizzie has told me. Uh, hey, just weird. This is probably gonna be weird. Who are your friends that were over the other day? I've been coming here a while. I haven't really seen other people over.
Oh, you mean Benson? He's our butler.
No, I know Benson. Benson's the coolest.
Yeah, isn't he? He's great. He's just like, he somehow knows. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really wild. I honestly
don't know how he does it.
It's,
oh, you mean the other guys?
Yeah,
you're fools.
Your friends, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who were they? I haven't seen them over.
Oh, yeah, right. So one of them is a book nerd, and the other one is a swimming person, and we just happened to sort of come into the same extracurricular activity.
Huh, that sounds fun. What do you guys do together?
Tabletop RPG.
That tracks. Who's the... There was also like an old man and a baseball guy with you? I don't...
Oh yeah, it's Nigel. He's great. He's like the school something or another.
Oh.
Groundskeeper.
Oh, that's fun. Man, you have a really like diverse group of friends. I
wasn't expecting it either.
Do any of these people have names?
The other two?
The two that are your age.
Oh yeah, the non-Nigel ones. Yeah. It's looks at smudge hands. Adva and West like the direction.
Is there really a role for this? I don't know. Let me look over the roles. I guess it would be investigate a mystery. Yeah, I mean that makes the most sense. We'll just have you do that. Just make it like make a sharp roll.
Okay.
8. That is a mixed success. So, you notice that when you say West, she kind of tenses up a little bit. But she quickly recovers. And after that, she's like, all right, how long have you known them? Like, where did you guys meet?
You know, Laura, I like to think of myself as an easygoing man, but you are awfully interested in these people I brought over one time. Did they, like, gank your shit or something? Are you, like, down an AirPod? Because I don't think they stole it.
No, no, it's... I don't know. One of them looked kind of familiar, I guess.
Was it Nigel?
No, it was not.
Baseball hat.
It was not baseball hat.
Besides the two different colors.
He was a name.
It's pretty wild.
He has a different name. Wait, no, that's not... Rad wasn't... Oh, you made Nigel. Okay. I got confused for a second. Yeah, so she's... If you want to get... I think if... As you're, like, starting to push back, she's starting to kind of, like, step back into the hallway. And, like, kind of walk away. If you want to get more information out of her, you will need to do a manipulate someone roll and tell me what you're doing to do that.
Yes. We'll try to manipulate.
All right, well, what are you saying, bud?
Come on.
Is that really all you're doing?
Yeah, yes.
Sure.
Holy shit!
That's a 10.
I have a -2 to charm.
Literally the best you could have rolled.
Come on!
All right, well, on a 10+, they'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it, or if there's no way they'd do it. So she kind of like, she looks like she hesitates for a minute, and then she, like, puts her back leg forward again, so she's kind of like standing up straight, and she tenses up. And then she lets out a sigh, and she's like, okay, but you cannot tell anyone.
Easy. I've been keeping secrets my whole life.
She doesn't know.
Benson still doesn't know.
She doesn't.
Benson still doesn't know who broke his favorite teapot. Probably. He might know.
Down the hallway, you see someone. You see a shadow dart around the corner. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no!
No, that would be hysterical, but no. She's like, my name isn't Laura. My name is...
Wait. Is it short for something? Is
No.
it Laurel?
No, it's
Yanni.
a complete fabrication. My name is
Oh.
Pacific Wordsworth. And,
Like West Wordsworth's last name is.
and that's the end of the scene. So we can deal with the repercussions of that later. Basically, you guys have a chat from then on, and she confides in you that she's been like secretly kind of living in town, but she insists that you don't tell West and you don't tell Lizzie her real identity.
Okay, is she? She's like still actually dating my sister, right? That's not part of the fabrication.
No, that is happening. That's true. That one's real.
Okay,
I,
cool.
I really do love Lizzie, but I'm in too deep at this point.
All right, okay. Well, I
But
mean,
the West thing, listen. The West thing, you
Uh-huh.
absolutely cannot tell him.
All right.
I'll tell him myself when I
you know what?
can.
For you, done. Absolutely. You want a pinky swear?
Sure. And she like kind of laughs and holds up her pinky for a pinky swear.
All right, baller.
And then you hear vague yelling noises coming from your headphones.
Oh God. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I gotta go back.
Okay. I'll see you around, I guess. And she kind
Yeah,
of like
no problem.
she awkwardly kind of like waves in a way that you've seen before and steps out of your door and closes it behind her. And you go back
Man,
to your
she's good at the
go-
awkward wave.
She goes back to her, or you go back to your guild shit. All right, I'm going to pull in who's next in my notes here. West is next in my notes here, so I'm gonna server deafen you and pull in Swissy. All right, see you in like 15 to 20. Bye. Swissy.
Ah!
I knew it
Jesus.
would. Hey, it's your turn.
Hello.
It's your turn.
Okay. I see
So
Connor's been rolling things.
yeah, it happens. So
Hmm.
there is
Okay, I'm here.
the scene that you wanted to do was talking to the headmistress. So we're gonna do that now. You have come to the headmistress's office. You're standing in front of the large double doors that say Headmistress Diane Gabriel on the name plaque. And yeah, you're standing there.
I knock on the door.
Come in.
I come in.
You do that, and she looks up from some papers she was working on her desk, and she goes, "Oh, hello, West. How can I help you?"
Hey there, headmistress, or Diane. I don't know.
Miss Gabriel or Diane is fine if you feel comfortable.
Okay. I was just kind of curious. It's been a few days, and I was wondering if
It's been like half a month,
if,
but
you
yeah.
had- yeah, it's been half a month. I know what I meant. It's been a few weeks, and I was just wondering if you had found out anything new regarding the journal I'd left with you.
Unfortunately, I have not been able to locate your sister, but I've been digging through the. Look, you told her it was your sister, right?
I did.
I'm pretty sure you did, because yeah, you said that in front of everybody.
I did.
She's like, I have not been able to locate your sister thus far, but I did go back through all of our like local papers and records going back to the date that she disappeared, and at the very least we haven't turned up anything saying that they found like a corpse somewhere. So she's, as far as I know, still alive.
That is at least a relief.
Right. Was there anything else I could do for you today? Perhaps you want to sit down for a cup of tea and chat?
Sure. I was actually also going to ask you if, I don't know, if you had time. I was going to see if if I might be able to work on some magic stuff with you. I know it's kind of out of the blue.
She kind of like tense her fingers and like looks at you with her piercing whatever color eyes, as I check my notes. Blue, clear blue eyes. And she says, I suppose I could teach you some things. It would certainly be helpful in your new role here in Maplebrook. I am not much of a experienced caster myself. I know some simple tricks and a little bit of healing magic, but I could certainly teach you to be more in tune with your magic potential. I like combat magic. That's not my thing, really. But what kind of magic have you exhibited the ability to do already?
I turned my bag into a juju bag.
Okay. Has there been anything else? She doesn't question this.
Oh, in fact, it's called. Hang on.
I don't remember.
Wes opens up a notebook and flips through it real quick. He doesn't do that. Wes bag of marbles. Is that what I called it?
I think so.
I think
so.
Oh no. We called it magic marbles. Oh, it is called West bag of marbles, but the move is called magic marbles.
I see. Yeah, so
he does not recount this in front of her, but you know.
Right. Has there been anything else?
Shit, was there?
I mean, you did the magic force cage shit.
Oh. Yeah, when I first summoned what's the weapon called? Shit. There's like a dagger that I summoned, and
knife.
whenever, yeah,
Your
do I know
knife.
it's called a blessed knife?
No, probably not.
Okay.
You can just call it a fucking knife if you want.
Yeah. There was a knife that I summoned in our first encounter out in the woods, and have you? Stupid question. Never mind.
Were you gonna ask? Have you ever
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Has West ever played Yu-Gi-Oh?
He knows of Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure.
No, I have not.
Okay,
she kind of smirks.
Well, okay. So, like, it was like a cage of light that I'd summoned, and it immobilized the zombie that we were up against.
I see. Here, let me try something. And she adjusts her glasses, and her eyes glow blue for a moment. And she looks at you intensely. And then, after a moment, the glow fades, and she kind of, like, sits up in the chair, and she says, well, it's sort of rough, but you do have a bit of a knack for magic, I think. I think with some proper training and education, you could be a real help. Here, let me try to teach you something basic. We'll start there. And she stands up from her desk and walks to one of the shelves that's on the wall and pulls out a book, and she opens it, and you see that it's actually not a book. It's like a hollowed out like book compartment thing.
Oh.
And she pulls a small stick from it, and she walks back to the desk and hands it to you.
Oh,
This is a it's a magic focus. It's a wand, essentially. Until you are able to kind of use magic on your own without needing a focus, this will help you to concentrate your magic energy such that you can use it to affect things. What we're going to try first is it's a basic levitation spell. She points to like a mug full of pencils or something that's on her desk, and she says, try to float that. Really focus on the object and try to... Magic is sort of an extension of your imagination. So if you try to like imagine it floating, perhaps you will be able to float it. So roll plus weird.
I sure will.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, I float the shit out of that.
Yeah, you float the shit out of that thing. I think I technically would have been a use magic, but whatever. Magic works without issues, choose your effect, which I assume is do one thing that is beyond human limitations, levitate a thing without touching it.
Yes.
All right, you float the cup up into the air, and you're actually kind of amazed at the ease with which your your magical powers are working. And you kind of manipulate it in the air a little bit, and she says, "Very good. You are a fast learner, for sure." As you're kind of doing that and sort of experimenting stuff, there's a loud knock on the door.
I lose focus and drop whatever I'm holding.
It drops and pencils spill everywhere. It doesn't break the mug.
Sorry.
So you start cleaning that up.
Yeah.
And
for sure,
you hear a voice from behind the door, a somewhat familiar voice, say, "Hey there, Diane. Is it do you have a minute to chat?"
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
Does Wes say that out loud?
No. He tenses up and like clenches the pencils like mid cleanup, and he like slowly looks to Diane. And he's like, "Is there any way you could hide me?"
She's like. She's like, Wes, that's a weird ask, I'm not going to lie. Come in. And in through the door walks an attractive middle-aged man.
How attractive would you say? Like if you had to give it a word.
Extremely hot. An extremely hot man walks in the door. He's got a big bushy mustache. He's got flowing brown hair. He's wearing a baseball cap. A DILF, yes, Malo guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, a DILF is correct. And in through the door walks Kenny Wordsworth, your father. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were visiting. Sorry, this was a deeper Wisconsin. Let me try it again. Oh, sorry there, didn't realize you were having company over, Diane." And then he, actually sees you, and he's like, "Oh, West. What are you doing here, bud? I didn't know you were in town."
Yeah. Just cleaning up pencils.
I feel like...
It's kind of what I'm...
I feel like perhaps you're doing a bit more than that. What are you doing? Did you know the headmistress? Do you know Diane?
I quickly hide away the magic focus, by the way. I tucked that
Yeah,
shit
you
away.
just put that in your waistband or something, yeah. Do some fucking Harry Potter shit with it. I mean, you're holding a bunch of pencils. It wouldn't seem weird that he wouldn't notice, probably.
By the way, can Wes tell how chill is Diane with a little white lie?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
You haven't lied. You haven't lied in front of her yet.
I guess I'll find out. Yeah,
she
wow.
says
Yeah,
well,
I meant
West here is, and then you can cut her off there. If you would
has been invited by Diane to learn here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that you haven't? Is the lie you're trying to tell that you haven't enrolled yet?
Yes.
Despite the fact that you've been here for... Alright, I'm gonna say roll manipulate someone.
And let me see. I forget what that is.
I believe it is plus... I believe it is plus charm.
Okay, let me... Alright, I just wanted to open that for later. Plus charm. Oh shit, I'm -1 on charm.
Oofa doofa.
Oh, damn.
So
maybe Dad has the same ability as me. He knows when I'm lying.
You say that, and Diane completely misses whatever cue you were trying to give her, and it's like, West has been enrolled as a student here for about a month or so. He enrolled at the fall semester. And your dad's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in town, son. Why didn't you give your old man? Why didn't you hit your old man up? I could have showed you baseball. Could have showed you the baseball team and the baseball diamond. I like baseball."
Yeah, I know. It's kind of your thing, isn't it?
That's my job. I'm the baseball man.
I lost my phone and it just never came up, I guess. So I mean,
No,
I couldn't really get a hold of you, and then I just never found the time to really go looking.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's been a while, and we haven't always been on the best terms, but I'm very proud of you, West, for being able to get into Maplebrook University. It's pretty prestigious. How have you been lately? Feel like we haven't had a chance to talk in a while.
At this point, West has continued to clean up the pencils and
Right.
has set them up back on the desk.
Right, I assumed.
I've been okay. I mean, I've made a few friends here already, and it's just kind of been, it's school.
That's real great. Hey,
school.
I'm glad you're getting along, West. You were always independent, and I'm proud of you. I need to have a little chat with Diane here, if you don't mind. Yeah. It's at this point looks like he's kind of run out of things to say. As have you, I imagine.
West is very sweaty, and so he's just like, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then he leaves.
Yeah, you walk past him to get out the door, and he just kind of like nods at you awkwardly. And Diane like quirks an eyebrow at this exchange, like she didn't really know the nature of your guys' relationship, I guess, and now she does. And yeah, he walks out of the room, or he walks into the room. He doesn't walk out. That'd be crazy. You close the door behind you. All right. That's all.
Can I listen?
That's all I got for you, I think. Yes.
Can I listen through the door?
What are you trying to? Okay, sure. Investigate a mystery.
Curious. I'm just fucking curious.
Roll to investigate a mystery.
Is that sharp?
I think so.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the playbook now.
Roll plus sharp.
Or not the playbook, the hunter. Yes, sharp. Fuck it.
That's a 7 to 10, or a 7 to 9 rather. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? That'd be a wild one. What can it do? What can hurt it? I don't know if these. I guess what is being concealed here is really the only.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go for that. Wes is just kind of like.
It's the only pertinent one, I think.
Than anything.
Or what?
Just curious,
what was it going to do? Maybe, but yeah, as you ear to the doorway, listen in. It basically sounds like your father and Diane are having a slight argument about like budget concerns with the baseball team. That's about it.
That's boring as shit.
It's nothing interesting.
Wes rolls his eyes and leaves.
And right as you walk away, you hear Kenny Wordsworth say, "Now the hunters." No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, that doesn't happen. Yep. You just have an awkward confrontation with your dad. And that's all I got for you, so I'm going to pull in Boko now.
All right. I'll go back to post.
Babe.
Yeah?
Oh, you didn't yell like Swissy did. Lame.
I figured out what you are doing.
I see. So, there is a... I came to you to ask about a scene, and you wanted to have a scene with Stacy from the swim team. So, Stacy Meyer, after swim practice one day, invites you to go shopping on the weekend. And I don't know how you feel about that specifically.
It's probably a neutral feeling. It depends. So if it goes super long, if Stacy drags her to like every store, then she'll probably be a little put out. But she doesn't like mind it, I guess.
Okay.
She doesn't mind Stacy either.
Right. So it's now Saturday. You are all dressed up for your outing. I don't know, unless you just wear like the same shit you always wear. I don't know.
Probably.
How fashionable is Adva?
Not very. I wouldn't consider her high fashion. She's definitely wearing that track jacket, that's for certain.
Right. Just like comfortable, casual, sort of is what you went for. Super cash. So yeah, you're waiting at the bus stop next to the mall. You've already taken the bus there. You're just waiting for Stacy to arrive. And she gets off the bus. She's wearing like a big It's like October, so she's wearing a like a big fluffy sweater and a tasteful dress underneath it, a fall dress, and some thigh-high socks to keep warm in the cold Minnesota autumn. And she greets you warmly. She's like, "Oh, hi, Adva. I'm glad you were able to show up. How's it been?"
She's she's like, oh boy, I gotta mentally prepare myself for this entire day. She's like, hi. It's been fine.
That's good to hear. So I just wanted to. I'm sorry, I literally just like immediately blanked. Let me try that again. So let's get inside, shall we? There's no point standing in the cold out here. And she shivers and kind of steps up next to you. Like, and I guess, unless you have any protest, the two of you walk together into the mall.
I have no protest.
Cool. So she ends up definitely dragging you to like every other clothing outlet in the store. She tries on a bunch of stuff and like kind of asks what you think, tries to get your opinion on some stuff. Do you try on anything?
Maybe if she pushes me, I'll probably try some.
She's definitely like trying to like, you know, she's trying to get you to like play along, I guess, if you don't want to.
I mean, I'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah. So the two of you spend some time, like getting dressed up in different things. With winter coming up, I imagine you're probably trying on some like winter fashions or something. And she has pretty good taste. She doesn't have exactly like an eye for your taste specifically.
Hashtag aesthetic.
But I don't know. Do you try to like point her in more in the right direction of like the kind of stuff you'll actually wear?
Maybe a little bit, but she's not gonna make a huge like effort for it. At least
like she can like we'll say that like she tries to like put some like bright colors on you or something, but she can tell that you're like definitely uncomfortable with that. So after that, she tries to like gear it more towards like darker colors, like darker blues and purples and blacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And do you end up buying anything?
Let me see.
You have been paid for your monster hunting. I don't know if Adva has a side job.
I don't think she does, considering the amount of time that's.
Yeah, I mean, you have like your student allowance for the month, which I don't know how much of that you've eaten through, but you did get paid for your monster hunting job, so.
I did take a big bite out of my dollar bills that they gave me. I'm thinking. I'm sure she bought something. Not a lot. Probably like a shirt or two.
Yeah, just buy like a couple band T-shirts or something.
Some band T-shirts and a shirt that definitely has triangles on it.
Fun. Yeah, so you do that, and Stacy has like 2 or 3 or 5 shopping bags worth of stuff that she bought. And the two of you have been, I don't know, have you been having a fun day?
She's fun. She was starting to get a little worn out after going to all of them, but she's not mad.
Yeah, so she sees that you're kind of getting like you're kind of slowing down a little bit, and she's like, "Let's go have some lunch in the cafetorium or whatever the fuck." That at the end of that sentence was me, as I said the word cafetorium and realized that's nothing. The food. Let's go have something to eat in the food court. We can take a little break. So she leads you. She like grabs you by the wrist with the hand that's not carrying 8 bags, and kind of leads you towards the food court. And you can see that like as she's like walking with you, she's smiling. She's having a really good time. And she's been doing a lot of like laughing and just having a good time. She's having a real good time. Having a good time. She's a shooting star leaping through the sky.
A great time.
No. And yeah, so she leads you to the food court, and she's like, "I'll go get us something from one of the shops. What are you feeling like for lunch?"
What shops are there?
What kind of shops are there? There's a Cinnabon for sure. There's like a pretzel shop in there. There's like one of those like to-go Pizza Huts that only makes personal pizzas. There's like a Dunkin' in there, which seems a little redundant next to the Cinnabon. You bet they have some rivalry there. They're immediately next to each other. It's the wildest shit. Yeah, a lot of like fast food stuff basically is
Like
around
fast
here.
to go stuff.
There's a Chili's to go inexplicably, even though those are pretty much only in airports.
I know exactly why you're thinking about this. I think let's get America Run No Dun Dun.
All right, she's like, okay, I'll go get you some. Do you drink coffee?
I shake my head no.
All right, I'll get you like it's a little chilly. I'll get you like a hot chocolate or something. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I'll be right back. And she gives you a cutesy little wave and has basically set all of her bags down within arm's reach of you, so you can, guard them as she goes.
Defend the bag.
Yeah, and so yeah, she gets up, and it's a couple minutes. You see her like walk over to the counter and stand in line, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. I assume like boredly looking around or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like looking down my phone and then looking around at the people.
Yeah, and as you're like looking down at your phone once, somebody like kind of bumps into the chair you're sitting in like pretty hard, and you glance. Yeah, go on.
I was just saying. I look up.
Yeah, and they brush past you. It's somebody in like a white hoodie. You don't really catch much of their features, but they quickly like walk into a crowd and are gone. It would be a difficult time to find them. And as you're like, how rude, and look back down at your phone, you actually see on the table there's a napkin that wasn't there before.
Huh. That's weirdly specific. I look at the napkin.
All right, you turn over the napkin, and it says in like kind of neat, but like hastily, you can tell it's like hastily scrolled. It says, "They have found you," and there's a triangle drawn on it.
I guess I stuff it into my pocket. I guess.
Okay, and right as
worry
you're
about it later.
right as you're doing that, Stacy comes back with a like ridiculously caffeinated latte for herself, and a couple donuts for the both of you, and a hot chocolate for you. She says, "Hey, what? Hey, hope I didn't keep you waiting too long."
That's fine. I needed to sit down anyway.
Okay. Are you feeling like tired out or anything? Like, we can go home if you want. Well, school, whatever.
A little bit. I can go for a bit longer.
Okay. So you guys sit down, you have a pleasant lunch. She laughs at all your jokes. You don't tell any jokes, that's a lie.
Adva doesn't know how to tell a joke.
Correct. She definitely, she leads you to like 2 or 3 more shops and ends up with like another bag from each. So she's up to like 10 bags at this point by the time you guys are leaving, and it's coming around like sunset-ish. And as you guys both walk over to the bus stop, she actually gets on the bus before the bus right before you, because she lives in town, so she's going to on a different like line than you are basically. She's like, I had such a great day today.
Yeah, sure. It was good. No problem.
Yeah, I'm glad we could hang out like this. We should do it more often.
Yeah, sure.
All right, well, have a good day. And she quickly like blushes and like bolts into the bus, and the bus doors close, and she drives away.
Huh, that was weird.
Yep. And yeah, so that's the end of your little thing, unless you had anything else specific you wanted to do.
Nah, I didn't really.
Okay, cool. So you've had a little fun time. I'm gonna invite the other 2 fools back into the call now. Josh, Swissy.
Hey!
How did this happen again? How did I get you like this
That was-
twice?
that was
that time.
telegraphed.
That time.
That's for fake. There's too much of a lull between the yell and the
Well, lag is a thing that exists in this world.
That's
no,
true.
but they're
All right, so yeah, the three of
some
you have
stuff.
done your individual solo stuff.
Yes.
And now I'm going to read
Josh's
the...
took by far the longest.
Josh's was the most plot
You got to
relevant.
level up, all right? So
Yeah, I did a bad roll and I level up. Hooray!
Oh, you
yeah,
leveled
so
up. Nice.
shut the fuck up.
What'd you take?
I am only at 3, Swissy. So stop complaining.
That's
do
a
you just
good.
mean-
That's a good question, Ninja.
Or do you just
I'm
mean
not
you-
sure what I'm gonna take.
Or did you get a did you actually like level up, or did you just get experience?
I made it to 5 experience. So
Which is, I think, the point at which you level up and reset. Yeah. So
yeah.
Correct.
I guess
Because
figure that out.
Boko
Yeah, I
and
will.
Swissy were both at 4 after the last session, and
I'll
then
keep an eye on it.
apparently Swissy says that he got a fail roll in this.
He did. He rolled a 2, the worst possible.
Don't.
I know. I was
Yeah.
trying to fail roll when I rolled charm. Then I
Well.
just fucking passed it instead.
God
can't help that
damn.
you're so charming, Jeshua.
No, I'm literally not. It's minus 2. I was asked what my aesthetic was, and I said tables.
That literally did happen. All right, so I have the now that all of your solo stuff is, it's now the next the beginning of the next arc, and I'm going to read the opening paragraph, which is very long, so it's more like 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
We open on a chorus fading in, having just finished a verse of a song. Blue lights flick on with a snap. A fog machine fills the stage with a thick and mysterious mist. A director and his assistant watch from the middle rows with anticipation as a wooden boat on hidden wheels is driven out, rowed across the stage by a tall man in the mask. Katrina Lupin sits on the front of the boat, appearing mystified. Jake Clark begins the next verse of his song as the chorus finishes introducing him. His voice is deep and strong, and he gazes down at Katrina with an intense stare. Katrina cuts in with the next lyric, her voice clear and beautiful. Both of them continue the next part of the song in unison as the boat stops. Katrina stands, and Jake steps out of the boat first, offering a hand to Katrina to step out as well. The lights on the stage dim slightly, though nobody seems to notice immediately. At the next lyric, Jake gestures dramatically, and Katrina begins to step out of the boat. But just as she begins her next line, she stumbles, and her foot catches on the edge of the prop. From the rafters above, at this exact moment, we hear the creaking of metal. The director clicks his teeth and begins to utter a derisive comment, but in the same moment as Katrina falls, she bumps into Jake and falls over with a thud. Jake is stunned by this and whips around to berate her, but before he ever gets the chance, a large stage light drops in from the air above him, crashing in a sickening chorus of metal, glass, and bone directly into his skull. Jake drops like a rock, his mask flung off by the impact, and all the actors in attendance shriek in fear. The director rushes to the stage and begins shouting for someone to call an ambulance. Katrina looks horrified on the stage, just inches from the bleeding, crumpled form of her castmate. In the audience, the assistant director frowns briefly before quickly rushing the stage as well and dialing 911. The camera pans up, and high in the catwalks above the stage, we see a shadowy figure resembling the Phantom below. It cackles with maniacal laughter before disappearing in a puff of inky black smoke. The camera pans back down to the stage as Katrina grasps in her hands a half-mask of pure white, now stained with blood. The camera focuses on the mask, then the black smoke rises to obscure our view, shrouding everything in darkness as the cackling, too, fades to silence.
Can't
That's it.
believe we have to kill the Phantom of the Opera.
Masquerade.
It was
Damn.
Phantom of the
Bodied.
Opera, but I didn't want to actually sing it. I had
Fucking
written
bodied.
down the lyrics, but I was a coward at the last second.
Those lights are
Dun,
fucking
dun,
heavy.
dun,
That dude is
dun.
dead as shit.
Let me go to my notes
It's
for
fitting
the
that
beginning of
Josh
this
the
chapter.
Vampire said,
So yeah, it's now
Masquerade.
it's now getting towards the end of October. All of the stuff that you just did happened like maybe a week or two ago.
Uh-huh.
Timeline doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, it's towards the end of October now. We'll say like the third week in October. The three of you are sitting at lunch, having lunch in the cafeteria. eating your shitty salads and mac and cheese or whatever.
It costs $2.98.
Thank you, Susie.
I'm glad you kept notes because the money in this game.
The salad is $2.99.
Is the Outer Worlds out yet? I don't know. When did that come out?
Like
Yeah, it
a
definitely
month
came
ago
out.
or something.
That'd be in November.
Don't worry about it. Anyway,
It was like October,
us-
November. I'm pretty sure.
let us proceed.
Lettuce.
Yeah, it's like we'll say it's like Wednesday.
Or do you mean in the universe?
We'll say it is like Wednesday, October 23rd right now. How's that?
My birthday.
Is that specific enough for you?
The witching hour.
I believe Malagai was asking, is the Outer Worlds out yet in the game? To which I believe the answer is no, but I don't remember when it came out. That's why I've given you a specific date to answer your question without actually answering your question.
Will I use my powers for good or not use them? I won't use them.
Okay. Anyway, the three of you are
Thanks,
having
Boko.
the three of you are having lunch when the Stacy's Weber approach you, holding a stack of flyers. This is both Stacy's. The two twin Stacys that hang out with that girl whose name I don't think you ever learned.
Oh boy.
Right, we didn't.
And Stacy is like, "Hey Wes, hey Connor, hey Adva," and then the other Stacy is like, "Hey Adva, hey Connor, hey Wes."
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And they both hand you well, okay, they don't both hand you flyers because then you'd be having 2 flyers each. But like,
They forgot to print it double-sided, so they hand you one side. Both of them do.
They do
Sure, yeah,
plex
they do that. They hand you two halves of a whole flyer each, so that you each have a whole flyer. And say, I went into it before I actually started speaking of as them. They say, they both. Well, no, they don't both go in unison because that's creepy. They talk like normal people. So there's a show coming up at the musical theater, and we were just handing out flyers for it to see if anybody would be interested. Our friend Tara is actually in it. It's the Phantom of the Opera. And then the other one says, specifically to annoy Josh, the greatest romance of all time.
Connor clenches his fist in rage.
Versus Capri Jorts. Wait.
How dare you use this against me?
What is Connor's favorite romance of all time?
Not the Phantom of the Opera, which is a terrible romance by all.
It's Dracula, isn't it?
That's also not a very good romance.
No, it's really not.
It's a man. This one man, he loves blood so much, he'd kill for it.
Anyway, so yeah,
Anyways.
they both tell you this. Yes.
Death.
Do you do anything with the information?
Oh, is that the ball in our cart?
Yes,
The
they
ball's
both
in your
they
racket.
said
How
it's
much
the
is that
fan-
mission? Is that on the flyer? I look at the flyer.
It is on the flyer. It's like it's very reasonably priced. I don't know what theater tickets cost.
How much does it cost in the amount of mac and cheese I could buy with it?
Like,
5.
like 2 maybe.
5? That's like almost $15.
That'd be wild. Now, like it's like I don't know. It's like $5 maybe. It's a community
that's good.
theater.
Costs
It's not like
1
a
1/2,
professional
1 2/3 mac and cheese.
Yeah, it's like a
why did
community
you guys
theater.
print these out on 2 pieces of paper? Couldn't you just double side this?
Well, one of them is like, well, Stacy here isn't good with computers, and I put her in charge of it for some reason. And then the other Stacy's like, well, Stacy here isn't good at time management, so she didn't tell me to print them out until yesterday, and we were supposed to be handing these out a week ago.
Just sounds like a goof all around.
Yeah, a goof happened, but we're still, we're still friends.
I do.
And
Cool.
this word trips you up a little bit because you probably up to this point assumed they were sisters, given that they look exactly the same.
So, you know what? I'm not even going to unpack all that. Thanks for the flyers.
No problem. We're gonna go hand out some more flyers to everybody else. And one of the Stacy's like, "See you later, West," and the other one nods to the three of you, and they both walk away and hand out more flyers to people.
Wes just adjusts his glasses and is
I do
like,
eyebrows at West.
huh. West is bad at reading social cues, and so he just looks at Adva like, what? What? What?
I don't say anything.
They just doubled the amount of paper that they needed to use on this. This is outrageous.
Yeah, it's
They should have just gone to like a
ludicrous.
Kinko's. They would have helped them. Probably
Yeah,
tried
like-
to do it on the school computer. I mean, the librarians know how to print double. You know, never mind. I'm not gonna get
I think
into it.
anybody except for Stacy's know how to print double-sided.
Technically, it was
Yeah,
just one
all
of
of
the
you
Stacys.
have not used the proper term for this entire conversation.
Romeo and Juliet's also a bad love story. Yeah, Mulligan.
It's called duplex printing. Should have learned
It's
this in
called
high school.
Double-sided.
It's
called
bad.
duplex.
1 week since you looked at me.
It's
Cocked
duplex.
your head to the side.
It
but I'm
doesn't-
angry.
Doesn't matter. You know what I mean.
It
Stop.
was an answer on one of my tests in high school.
That's so dumb.
That's wild.
I had a chapter on printers. It sucked.
For what class?
Chapter.
Computer networking.
That's computer networking. Now with more printers.
By the way, have we heard of Dead Stage Boy by now, or what?
No.
Mm,
Okay.
You
I
don't know
think
anything
this
about that.
happened at like, if the language of cinema is to believe, this would be happening concurrently, right?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you guys don't know about the thing that I just read.
Family opera Molo guy is basically like it's just like creepy dude who like kills people and is like stalking a girl. Essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a good love story. There's just an ad that running that I see on YouTube because there's a local theater producing it, and they go the world's greatest love story, and I'm like, no, though,
no,
the
it
opposite.
isn't actually.
It frankly is not.
Ranked by 10 Joshes as the worst love story.
0 out of 10 Joshes agree.
So,
Wait, they all agree.
as
Do
you
you guys have
guys
any
are,
interest in this?
I mean, for $5, that's a little steep. Don't you
is
think?
it though?
You can
I
get-
feel like it's extremely cheap for theater tickets.
It's a,
Get
it's-
out
it
of
is.
here! You fucking! I forgot your name.
Doug.
No, I'm not measuring
I
it
think
theater
we- no,
dollars.
Outta here,
see,
Doug.
I'm measuring it.
Swissy, I think we get
macaroni and cheese I can buy.
we get a new person that just hangs around every
Is it
arc,
too late to
so you
say
get
that
a
things
new-
got
doing?
dark in the theater? No, that's pretty good.
Go away,
Hey,
Garen.
hey! Also, you've just heard Connor complain about $5 when you've been to his house.
I just kind of stare at Connor like, really?
What?
Connor, please slurp a Jortsman.
I will not be the generation that undoes my family's wealth.
You will be the one that
Reckless abandon.
undoes grammar, apparently.
What?
You said undoes.
Yeah, undoes.
What?
That I think that's
D-U-E.
That can't be correct. Oh my god, I just looked it up. That's correct.
undoes or undoes.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you-
know what
did
you
you
want
just
from me.
What?
Now, which phone did you Google this on? Because it wasn't yours. Did you just steal Connor's phone to
fuck?
Google this?
No,
Yeah.
no, me, Swissy, the player, did not know it was undoes.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me, Swissy. Stop yelling at me.
Isn't it supposed to be undoes?
I would
Hey,
assume.
you could probably do both, Swissy.
You probably should
Okay.
both.
They
That's
both,
fucking
Because
weird.
I said will. I will not be the one that will undo it.
Well, you
But
said
I'm also
undoes.
not, I will not also not be the one that will have it undone.
I
While-
feel like
while
could
you
use
guys
I
the
will have
undoes
not
to sound
undoesn't
word.
it.
There you go. Now that's now that's not acceptable.
All right. Anyway,
you found that as the
this
three of you are
this
arguing
train
about
wreck aside.
as the three of you are arguing about grammar, all three of your phones buzz
Oh,
or play
Oh.
ringtones if you keep
we
them not
all
on
say
vibrate.
"ope" concurrently at the same time. Oh,
Well, I mean, I checked my phone.
yeah.
you have-
I also check West's phone.
Yeah, you have a text from Nigel that says he wants you guys to meet up when you get a minute. In
Do
the
you have a group text?
in the
of Nigel.
I send back
cannot group
thumbs
text. I
up
cannot
emoji.
express this enough.
okay, then he
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
you an
closer.
individual one, but the one that the group text that he's in with Adva and
Connor.
Connor definitely he sent you an individual text, but he sent the other
Yeah.
one to the group chat.
Which is good because my text line stays clean, as in I've never replied to Nigel ever.
Cool.
So it just says meet me after classes or whatever.
It says specifically, meet up after school. It doesn't say after twice. Meet up after school at the place.
I reply with the letter K.
I reply with thumbs up.
Wes just assumes that's good enough and doesn't say anything back.
Fucking. Okay, yeah, so the three of you go through the rest of your day at school. Nothing eventful happens. You meet up in the secret shack after school and get down to the basement. And Nigel has prepared some scones. Because that's the word that came out of my mouth when I said prepares.
Hell yeah.
There's some scones on the table. He's like, oh, hey guys. Hey guys, how you been? We haven't really had a chance to meet up much since the last hunt went so well. I'm proud of you guys, by the way. Good job.
Thanks, Nigel.
Haven't really had time to catch up. So, what's up with you guys? Anything cool going on?
My clan finally raised enough gold that we could buy a guild house.
Cool.
He says not understanding the
I'm
word
pretty
of it.
excited about it. I'm gonna buy a virtual table.
That tracks.
You're really leaning into the table thing, huh?
Can't. You know what? You can't go wrong with a good table. That's what I always say.
That's what I'm saying.
Does Nigel slap the table that the scones are on?
No.
Okay.
He didn't.
Do you?
He probably
No.
didn't buy this table. This table. It's very possible this table has been here for eons.
Wait, where's the pool table? There was a pool table here, wasn't there?
No, I never
No.
said anything about a pool table.
You may have imagined a
pool
pool table. There isn't
Don't-
one.
All right, what about the other
Okay,
two?
don't
What about
worry.
the other two of you, West, Adva? Anything cool happening with you guys?
I had an awkward run-in with my dad.
Ooh, that's a
Nice.
rough one, buddy. I mean, you just,
Professor Wordsworth or the other one?
Wait,
There is no Professor Wordsworth, right?
Oh yeah, he's a coach, right? I don't know what your dad does, man. It's your dad.
he is the baseball
Yeah,
coach.
Not my dad.
He's the baseball coach.
Does it look like I've ever played a baseball?
I didn't ask if you did, but
Listen,
he didn't know I was here. was basically the gist of things, and now he does, and
I mean,
I'm not looking forward to that.
what if you had just lied heavily?
I tried, I assure you. In fact, some would say I heavily failed at lying.
But at least you become
If
way
you
more
had
experienced.
to measure your lie statistically, would you say it was about a 2 on a scale of like 2 to, I don't know, 14 or so?
Yeah, I would call it like, let's just say I rolled a 2 plus 1 and then had a -1 and it equaled out to 2.
I see.
What the
That's about
hell
how-
are you on about, Wes?
That's about how it went.
That is how math went. That's unfortunate. Adva, anything?
I found a weird note that's it doesn't really matter.
What?
All right, you
Don't
know
worry
what?
about it.
I'll just choose not to worry about that.
You found a weird note?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't even know if it was even.
Was it
that's
weird,
true.
like threatening, or weird, like it just talks about some random shit?
Did somebody
was
hand
weird, but-
hand you a chick track?
No.
Chick tracks? I don't actually know how to pronounce that. I've never seen it written.
Because I mean, I'm a little concerned if was it because now that we're in this line of work, we should be a little concerned about strange notes we just find.
It was just vague, and it was also a napkin.
All right, that's extra suspicious.
Well, if you're telling us not to worry about it, I mean, you seem to be more confident.
I'm
than
very worried about it.
What aren't you worried
So-
about?
Tables.
Really. I got that sort of part of my life solved right now.
What
Fair
did
point.
what did you want, Nigel?
Oh, right. So, it's kind of customary for the new hunters, whenever they sort of organize, to kind of just meet up with all the faction leaders, just to kind of get yourselves acquainted. Because if there's ever an issue where, like,
Oh.
you have to like go into their areas and do stuff to do your work, you're going to want to have a good relationship with them. So, if at all possible, and as soon as possible, I would like the three of you to meet up with Rena Lupin, Dracula von Helsing, and Faye Gabriel.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so just the sooner you can get on that, the better, because you're going to need that relationship going forward.
So how do we go about doing that?
Just,
I mean, I could like call my great uncle if that
I was gonna
helps.
say, isn't Dracula your uncle or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I see him all that much though. We have a lot of extended family. I'm one of literally dozens upon dozens of his great nephews, sons, nieces, daughters. It's more of like at family gatherings.
yeah, that sounds about right.
If
And
you can get us
I can tell you where to meet Rena. She runs she actually runs like a bar tavern thing out on the outskirts of town called Ninja's Scrolling Through His Notes.
That's a weird name, Nigel.
Runs a bar called the Moonlight Run.
I look at
Goddamn
the
werewolves.
other two
Stupid
people.
moon puns.
I look at the other two people as like, are any of you old enough to go in there?
I'm 23.
Oh shit! Hang on. Wes might be 20. Hang on.
West
Let me look at my notes.
little babby boy can't drink.
I don't remember how old Adva is. I think
Babby
she's
boy.
like.
Hang on. I
20
have it
or
written down
21.
somewhere. I can't remember where.
I decided Connor is vaguely between 22 and 23, so I'm probably just gonna keep saying one of those two.
I think Adva's 21.
Oh god damn it! I have it written that West is 20.
Haha, I can't
You're
drink.
gonna have,
You
you're
can
gonna
still,
have to wait
okay,
outside.
You can still enter bars if you're not less than 20. Like, if you're a
That's not true.
Is that not true? I've been in bars, Swissy.
Oh
Like-
well, I mean,
Yeah.
it
Like
depends
with-
on the bar,
like-
I guess.
like
Is
with
there a
my-
bouncer?
Like with my parents.
Well, no, we're not
usually,
talking
but,
like a nightclub. We're talking like just like a bar that
Like a
like
pub.
also has food.
They sell food
Yeah,
there.
If
Yeah.
if it's a also like a
If it's a nightclub, no, they won't let kids in.
Right.
yeah, I was gonna say if it's strictly alcohol, they'll probably check you at the door. Otherwise, I think you'll be fine if it's food and drink, and not
Yeah.
just drink.
You have to remember, Steve and I grew up in Wisconsin. We've been in bars most of our lives.
I've never been in a bar in my life.
Born in a bar.
That
raised
seems
in a
highly
bar.
improbable. What else is there to do in Indiana?
I
mean,
stayed in my
I've been
room,
to one bar in my
Joshua,
life.
and
Anyway,
alcohol
yeah.
was demonized my entire life.
Uh,
Hello.
Faye might take some.
Yeah, we go there for the burgers.
Faye, I can set you up a meeting with Faye, but like the bar's open, you can just walk in there basically. And then Dracula,
Cool.
it sounds like you got that handled, Connor. So I'll leave that one up to you. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there any sort of, not to sound dumb here, but when we go to the bar, is Lupin just going to be there, or what? What was his name?
No,
Rena.
Rena. She works
Rena.
there. I mean, she owns it, but like also she works there.
Okay. I didn't know if we had to. Is there a code we need to tell somebody and be like,
No, it's just a
"We are the
bar,
hunters.
Wes. I
We
mean, we
come here for Rena."
we could just say that. Yeah. That'll probably.
I don't
that'd
know
probably
if you
get our
need to
point
do the
across.
I don't know if you need to do the tapping and slapping, but yeah, you could probably just say that.
Wes, you do know that we can just like use words, right? We don't have to like.
Well, I didn't know
we don't
who
have to
all
do
was.
like. We don't have to like blink a Morse code at people to let them know.
Well, I didn't know if everyone at the Moonlight Run was in on the thing.
Well, we're not gonna yell about it, but Rena
the-
Lupin is gonna know because she's a goddamn werewolf.
I didn't know if she worked out in the front or if she had like a back room. What the fuck?
We'll just ask for her when we get there. We'll be like, hey.
Uh-oh. Josh died instantly upon yelling.
What?
My connection died for a second there as soon as you started yelling.
That's fine.
Like, we'll walk in and be like, hey, we want to see Rena Lupine. And they'll be like, who are you guys? We'll be like, don't worry about it. And Bingo Bango Banco.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
just tell her Nigel sent us or some shit.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, she knows me. We've met.
Okay. And then you can set us a meeting up with Faye.
Yeah, I'll get working on that.
Okay. And then you just gotta call Uncle Dracula.
Unky Dracky.
Yeah, it's
Oh
like 5
God,
grades.
do you say
Yeah.
that out loud, Boko? Think about
No.
this.
No,
Okay.
this is, as we call in the business, a joke.
It's
only
joke.
Why do you have to be
Joke.
made?
Joke that.
So yeah, you guys can kind of tackle these, I guess, two tasks that you've been given, kind of in whatever order you see fit.
Rena seems like it would be.
That seems like the
quickest.
easiest and the fastest. We could just go like today, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
call Dracula on the way, see if he
Okay.
picks up.
Are you gonna get a ride, or are you
And
just gonna
Faye
take the
could
bus?
get set up in the meantime. I mean, we know about Benson now, so I mean, it'd be advantageous to fast travel.
You can fast travel your Benson.
Oh, excuse me. Is everyone just assuming that my butler has nothing better to do but chauffeur us?
I didn't say that as Wes. I was saying as Swissy. Wes does not say we can now fast travel out loud.
We can now fast travel. Oh,
you've
God.
unlocked the Benson waypoint.
Press the start button to access the map, Wes says out loud.
What's the start button?
Don't worry about it.
Take
that your
take a
phone?
scone down the road and get the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Nigel.
Yep, have a good one.
Thanks.
If you need anything, I'll be, in my secret basement.
Okay, let's hit it.
Bye. So I definitely want to have that phone call real quick.
Oh boy.
So as you guys,
Alright.
I
Wait,
guess
will Connor put it on speaker, or
you
will
did-
he be a
you-
secret
No.
boy?
you did not answer me.
I'm not being
are you
secret.
are you just taking the bus,
I guess.
or would you like to call?
I don't
Benson?
care what we take.
No
I'm
one
just gonna
has
follow
asked
everyone.
me anything yet. I'd like to say.
Wait, actually, I have an even more important question. Do
I
we
doubt
even know
that.
where this bar is?
He said the outskirts of town. He did not give you more
Oh.
directions than that.
I'm sure Benson knows where it is, so
You could
I
also-
asked Connor.
Fine.
Benson's- has drunk.
You could also
Fine, I asked
Google
first.
it. You could also probably Google it.
Google Maps
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I first call Benson.
Alright. Yes, how can I help you?
Hey Benson.
You take me
do
to
you-
get fucking
do you have
wasted.
some? Shut the fuck up, West, for 5 goddamn minutes. Anyways, Benson,
Got
my
him.
friends and I need to get to the what is it? The Wolf's Run, the Moonlight, the fucking
The moonlight
Moonlight
runs.
yeah. See, Benson always knows.
I
yeah, we need
I
to
always
get
knew
there
this
if you
day
have
would
time.
come. Always knew this day would come, sir.
Hell yeah, Benson.
I will be there in mere moments. That's a lie. It's on the other side of town. It'll be a second, but I can certainly come pick you up.
All right, thanks, Benson.
Cool. See you in a bit. And he hangs up. Yep.
Okay, now I'll make
what'd he say?
another phone call. I
So
mean,
listening.
To the Dracula
Said that he's
residence. He's said he's coming to pick you
he's
up.
gonna come pick us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys are just like probably chilling
So-
in the quad outside
so-
the dorms because that's where most
Yeah.
people
On
get,
the
like,
on the
picked up and
side,
dropped
I
off.
look at Adva and I'm like, do you think Dracula has that, really bad accent that you see in movies?
Oh, he
I-
definitely does.
I make a shrug.
I say out loud because you're sitting right next to me and I can hear you.
Eh?
Don't-
It's actually very accurate. Anyways, I dial my grunkle.
All right, Grunkle Dracula,
Well, you
Oh,
could say
boy.
Drunkle because
Dracula Uncle.
Oh my god. Stop.
Anyway, yeah, someone picks up the phone and they go, "Hello."
Hi, this is Connor Caldwin. Is Dracula available at all?
You wish to speak to Mr. Dracula?
Yes.
All right, just one moment. And you hear hold music, which is weird for like a home phone. And then
Is it weird, spooky synths?
no, it's literally just like it's an elevator.
theremin?
It's an
Who's
elevator cover of This Is Halloween.
Oh my god.
I was gonna ask if it was haunted house, which is a subgenre of house music
No,
based on ghost houses.
no,
Oh.
because I'm not a fucking nerd and I don't know what that is.
I
Other
don't
than
even
what
know
you
what
just told
house
me.
music is.
Anyway,
That's cool. Anyway.
it takes a minute, and somebody picks up. Hello. I hear
Hi.
I hear that Connor von Helsing is coming to call to see me. Hello, what is up?
Hi, Uncle Dracula. Yeah. Some of my friends and I were hoping that we could come and speak to you at some point, whenever you have time.
Oh yeah, sure. My schedule is free through the end of the day for sure. Tomorrow I got a little stuff going on in the morning, but I am mostly available during the rest of the day. Yeah, you could anything for you, my great. What are you? How many greats?
I believe it's either 4 or 5.
My great nephew.
All right, cool. 1 sec. Let me see if we can squeeze it in today after our other plans.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
like do the hand over the phone thing and be like, yeah. So he's got time today if we can get over there after the lupine part.
We might as well.
You can try, but who knows how long it will take. How far away does he live?
He lives in literally. It's like on the. I think it's on the north side probably, and he lives in like one of the like richer parts. It's literally the largest house in Maplebrook. The largest, most ridiculous, most haunted-looking house in Maplebrook.
Is there a subdivision of just rich vampires?
Yeah.
There's at least
Amazing.
2 because Connor lives in a different one on the south side.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the real world. Anyways, back to fun. Yeah, so it sounds like we should be over later this afternoon.
Excellent. I hope to see you soon, you cool dudes. That's what the kids these days are saying, right? Cool dudes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's what I
believe
think.
he's Adam Sandler, whoever he played in
Dracula to dab at us. It's gonna
All
suck.
right,
and
I
I'm
will
gonna
see
be
you
so
later,
mad.
great nephew. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too, Uncle Dracula.
Oh wait. Are your friends cool?
Are
they
they're pretty cool.
Are they narcs?
No.
He looks at
I don't
Wes.
think so.
Excellent.
There's some details that I can explain to you, but I'd rather do it in person.
All right, good. Got the big secrets. Big secret man over here. I understand. All right, cool. See you later. Bye. And he hangs up.
Yeah, so that's planned.
Was that the
Nice.
experience you were expecting, Josh?
Actually, pretty close.
Correct.
Solid.
Go get
You
that
know what? I
pizza
should have put a
roll
hand over my
around.
mouth the whole time, so it was like shitty. Yeah, it's
No.
whatever.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Oh, you know what I should have done is muted my mic and called you with my actual phone.
I thought about that.
That would have been awesome.
We'll do that.
That would
next.
have been so.
We'll do that next time. There's a phone call. Go get that victory royale, nephew. No. Yeah. So you guys are. Benson comes to pick you up.
Do the kids orange justice yet?
Are they still doing the orange justice? What is this? What is this default dance? Connor,
Nephew,
can you show me the
explain.
default dance?
Anyways.
So Benson comes to pick
Oh
you
my
up.
God.
You all get in the car, and it's a limo. There's more of that fancy ass Voss water in the back.
I pop open the mini fridge and grab a Jorts Moon,
Yeah, there's short spoons in there, obviously.
as is my right. You know, I'll just drink that one right now, right here now.
Just fucking pound it. All right, so
Yeah.
as you pull up to the bar, it's technically before opening hours. You're getting there at about like 4:30ish. Bar opens at like maybe 5. You guess? I mean, you don't guess. It says on the door. But you can see like the door is like open. There are lights on inside. Someone's in there.
Someone's in here.
It's a pretty nice looking establishment. It's got a big old like moon logo over the door for on the nose reasons.
I gesture at it and shake my head. I'm like, you believe these guys? At least we don't go around being like, the bat this and the fanged that.
Dracula
mean,
does
you
live
drink-
in the most ridiculous, most haunted looking house in the entire city.
All right, he's allowed to do that though. He is
He's
a
Dracula.
classic.
He is a
right.
He
Dracula.
was grandfathered in.
He
to
gets a pass. Yeah.
Does he have a
He's-
state ID with Dracula on
He
it?
is the vampire version of a cool boomer. All right.
Is the government in on Dracula's existence in this world?
I mean, presumably, if he is filed with a government body, his name on his on his fucking shit probably does say Dracula von Helsing.
Well, to be fair, I'd assume there's probably members of our family in government, considering we're very wealthy.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah. There's
You are
the
bankrolled
wheels
the
are greased to make living easy for you, vis-a-vis not being sued or whatever government bodies do to people who aren't, who are
Arrested.
who are thousands
Deported
of
back
years
to
old.
Transylvania.
Yes, exactly.
You will single-handedly raise the capital of Transylvania if they do that, and they don't want that.
Anyway, so yeah,
They
you're
want the
standing
capital.
in front of a door. It's not locked. It goes into a room that you're not in.
All right.
Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real.
Do you do that?
We head in.
I literally say that and open the door.
Okay.
Wes just kind of sighs and follows.
As you open the door, you see two people in this building. It's kind of it's like a rustic feel to this place. It's still very, it's well kept and very nice. Everything, all the wood is very polished. There's a bar at the like right when you walk in the door, you can see the bar on the opposite wall. And there's like lines of tables and booths and stuff. And from one of the far booths, like all the way in the corner of this room, you hear like a snarling noise. And before you can even react to that, you see a bottle of whiskey fly across the room and crash into wherever that noise came from.
Whoa.
And then you hear a voice from the direction of where it was thrown go like, pipe down, you sod. I didn't know what voice was going to come out of me until it happened, but this is where we are.
I guess this is the one we got. I guess this is the timeline we live in now.
You know, Irish people, they just drink, no matter what.
Irish
Whiskey on their mind.
Good old Irish werewolves.
They'll never give it up.
Hello, the name's Serena Lupin. How can I help the three of you? I haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the Moonlight Run.
I'm new in town.
Don't mind the drunk in the corner. Although I can smell something on one of you, but it's not my place to be. Being weird about that shit's for the old folks. She says,
Amen,
eyes darting to the corner of the room where you see a now whiskey-soaked, like, older man in, like, a dirty trench coat,
Dick Tracy.
like, huffing in the corner, being upset.
Huffing paint.
I'm puffing.
Doing mad dosh in the corner.
What?
Nah, he's just looking grumpy, and he mutters something under his breath, and Rena's like, "What was that?" And he's like, "Nothing." That's what I thought. All right, so what can I do you for the three of you?
Well, we were actually hoping to speak. This is Rena, right?
I think I don't know if I think she introduced herself. Yeah.
She did introduce herself when we came in. I don't think
Her and this old dude in the corner are the only two people in here. Also.
Well, she is the person we're looking for.
We were hoping to speak to Rena Lupin.
It's me.
Nigel sent us.
Oh, Nigel of the old. Oh, you guys must be the new hunters then. Yeah, I haven't seen the rest of them come around in a while. I assume they met a unfortunate grim fate.
Yeah, I think that's what Nigel is normally alluding to.
Aye.
About the
Yeah,
old...
that guy just can't talk for good. You can't do a good talking, that guy. So yeah, you guys are new hunters. What's your names? Oh, I'd love to get to know you better. If my accent if my accent slips around a little bit, it's because I'm not good at this one, but this is where I am.
Well, here you are.
Just gotta embrace it now.
If you could change your fate, would
Have
you?
the chance to change your fate.
The fate. Would you?
Would you?
Anyways,
Would you?
well, I am
Reggie.
I'm Connor,
Reggie.
I'm Connor Caldwin von Helsing.
Aye, you're the one with the vampire stunk.
Yeah. You know how it be.
Yeah, that's it's not your fault, and it's not like a bad smell, but I can always I can smell it. The old werewolf nose can smell everything. It kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah, I imagine.
And these two, one of you's got a holy stank, and one of you's got a magic stank. A very small magic stank, but a magic stank nonetheless.
Hey. Wes says "hey" out loud, like "aw."
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to insult you. So yeah, I'm Rena Lupin. I'm, as of recently, the head of the family. Deposed me old dad, and he's still kind of salty about it. You hear muttering from the corner again. She's pipe down.
It's only just occurred to Wes, by the way, that he is talking to an actual ass werewolf,
who's inexplicably Irish.
And he's just like, he's a little shook at the things. Just keep shaking him as they happen. But this is like, this is up there.
To give this guy a little bit. He's just a guy. He found out about this not too long ago. So
he's just a guy. I feel sorry for you, lad. Hey, do you want what can I get you guys? Anything while we have a little meeting of the minds here?
Sprite.
Southern Comfort Old Fashioned Sour.
She snaps and gives you. It's Scottish, Irish. I don't know. The two kind of roll into each other when I do them.
It's an accent from that area of the UK.
Right.
Or the former UK, I guess. To be former UK?
Who cares?
You cares.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, she gives you a finger gun and starts making that. The fucking Sprite, she literally just pulls a can of Sprite out from the mini fridge behind the bar. And sets it down on the bar for you. She starts making your whatever you just said.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes, you.
I'm West, by the way.
West, like the direction.
Yes, there it is.
Hey,
Connor definitely gets a shit-eating grin every time someone says that. By the way,
I'm really considering changing my name at this point.
Like I'm literally nudging him with my elbow. When that happens.
Hey, that's a fine name, lad.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And she slides you your Sprite.
Thank you. He cracks it open with the Sprite cracking open sound.
Like that.
It sounds exactly like a Sprite.
That's a secret to tell you.
My God, it sounds exactly like a Sprite cracking open. It's incredible. It's almost as if it's a Sprite that you've cracked open.
I sure have.
And
that's like the most normal beverage, right?
She gets your. Is it a
Sprite?
cold one?
No,
It is a cold one. Why on earth would it be a warm one? I just said it came from a mini fridge. And yeah, she gives you your Southern Comfort Old Fashioned. Slides it down the bar toward you. And Adva. And what's your name, lass?
I'm Adva.
Adva. All right. So Connor, Adva, West. She says, pointing each of you. All right, got that committed. Nice to meet you. So you're the new hunters. Have you already had your? Have you done any missions yet, or is Nigel got you fresh?
Yeah, we had to get rid of a siren.
I heard about that one.
Mostly went okay.
I heard about that one. So that was you guys, huh?
It
was a little rough for some of us.
Well,
yeah,
you're all still here to talk about. Well, there wasn't like a fourth one of you, was there?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, we are batting 1 for 1.
All right, the batting 100, as they say. Yeah, good, excellent. All right, well, like I said, I'm Rena, the head of my clan. The old man
you've slowly started leaning Russian. I gotta tell you.
It's a moving target.
Don't worry, werewolves go everywhere.
I have several goals since I am the new family head. Goal number 1, I want to get along with the other factions. It is turning Russian. Now I'm aware of it.
Well, you know.
Can you stop it?
The old leadership, she says, looking over at the corner, kinda just wanted to stick to our own and not get involved, but that's no way to run the community. So now it's turning into Shrek.
This is my swamp.
We've loved the gambit. Of
This is my
accents, so we start
small
Irish,
Minnesota town.
Scottish, Russian, Shrekish.
Aye, so that's number one. Number two, I'm willing to help you guys out any way you want if you need to do anything on my property or the property of the Lupin clan. So, if you need any help, resources, or anything, as you know, we cannot directly interfere with the other clans because that is just the nature of our magical pact that we signed when the town was set up. But I am willing to help you out as much as I can.
Cool. We appreciate it.
Radical.
Yeah, thank you.
As you're having this conversation, you hear the bell for the door ring. Somebody else walks in, and it's it looks like so Rena's kind of a like rough and tumble looking young woman. You would guess she's maybe a couple years older than you, if like that much at all.
You should really draw some of these fools.
Yeah, well, Rena's got long, shaggy brown hair. I literally just reading from my description now because I forgot I had that. Shaggy brown hair, piercing green eyes, always seen with a smile, very upbeat and positive. Pale skin, lots of freckles on her face.
Huh.
So
Exceptionally Irish.
Exceptionally. I didn't realize it until I had read it, but yeah, exceptionally Irish. You see come in the bar behind you through the door, which rings a little, you know, the bell ring when you open a door.
Ding, ding,
You know.
bell.
You know, like a doorbell, except not. Like a bell that's on a door, but not
Like
a
the
doorbell.
ding thing to let you know that someone walked in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, those things. And you see a even younger, you would guess maybe about your age, maybe a bit younger, girl walk in. She has short, unkempt brown hair. Her eyes are the same color as Rena's. She's got a lot of freckles as well. And she seems kind of shaken as she, like, comes to the bar and, like, sits down and doesn't really acknowledge the three of you.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, the four.
Oh,
of
I mean,
you-
we
Second
don't know
part?
who that is.
literally,
so, I mean,
if I yeah. And Rena turns and
I
says,
have my
"Oh,
guesses."
it's me kid sister, Katrina. What are you doing home? I thought you had rehearsal."
Yeah, I knew it.
Also, just realized their names are Rena and Katrina, which is unacceptable,
Which is pretty
frankly.
I can't wait to meet their brother Reno.
And their great aunt Santeria.
oh my god.
Anyway, so, and Katrina doesn't really say anything. She just kind of like is holding her heads in her hand and looks kind of bummed. She's like, are you doing okay? What happened? You were doing so well, and you were so excited when you left today. And Katrina says, something happened at the theater. One of the kids got gravely hurt. And he's like, "Oh no, that's terrible. Who was it? It wasn't that girl from the chorus, was it?" And she goes, "No, what? No, what? Whatever. No, it was the guy who was playing the Phantom. He got a light dropped on his head, and my thing happened again." And she goes, I see." And she turns to you guys and she's like, "You've seen Nigel, so I'm sure you're familiar at least with the concept of the gift, right? It's some like a superhuman ability, a supernatural ability that some people have. Nigel's is the sight. Katrina's here is good fortune. Unfortunately, it sometimes comes at the cost of other people, but it's God. You could have been seriously hurt today." And she goes, "Yeah, but I can't be." And Rena kind of frowns. She's like, is he going to be all right?" And she's like, "A theater light fell on his head. I don't think so, probably. Those things weigh a shit ton." Yeah, so these are the things. These are all things you have just heard. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. I'll get you a warm glass of milk." And she steps into the back real quick to wherever the kitchen area is.
Probably just like directly behind the tap.
Yeah,
wall
there's
or whatever.
there's like a door in the back that just leads into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm visualizing something, but I don't know how you visualize the inside of this bear.
It'd be like that. So, yep, you're kind of alone. Katrina turns to you and she's like, "Oh, hello, welcome to the Moonlight Run. I'm assuming you guys are like cool, given that Lena just told you a bunch of stuff."
Oh yeah, don't worry, we're cool. I'm
Cool.
a Von Helsing.
Yeah,
And these two,
yeah, you know what?
know everything.
You know what? I thought I smelled vampire. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I get that a lot. You know, the old
Well, I can't-
vampire smell.
I can't
just
imagine
get it over
that's
with.
Capable.
I can't imagine that's
I'm Wes.
true. Oh, like the direction?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I do the shit eating
neat
grin
name.
and nudge him again.
That's a neat name.
They really
Thanks.
don't
I
have
was
to-
born with it.
You
Well,
weren't given it. You were
no, you-
born with it.
No, you weren't. You're given the name when you're born, silly. And she seems to have
What
cheered
the-
up a little bit at your extreme displeasure. I don't know. The good-natured ribbing that Connor has given you is
his
brightening
glasses
your
and
mood.
takes a sip from his Sprite.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah,
like,
that's his
I guess
classic
the three of you
spark
must
up.
are the three of you the new hunters then, I guess.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Did you just respond in an
Delta
Irish
Dragons.
accent?
No,
You definitely did, though.
don't worry about it. It's my
I'm going to.
own accent.
I'm assuming it wasn't in character, but like
No,
Team Delta
Cool.
Drag is that's a kind of like really cool name.
I know, right? And no one has ever said that it's not our name. So,
Team what? Wait, what were we?
Delta Dragons.
When
Who?
did that happen?
what?
I definitely mentioned it at some point.
I think you
I
did.
think
but we
everyone
also-
ignored me.
Definitely.
I have no recollection over this, says Wes, the character. Not the
Well,
director.
Wes. Let's just say that you agreed to it then. yeah.
Let's not, and maybe
I'm
rethink
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. What are your qualms with being Team Delta Dragons?
It makes absolutely no sense.
Delta is a triangle. There's 3 of us. And dragons are cool as shit.
Dragons are.
But
cool as
dragons
shit.
have nothing. You know, I like the Delta part because it actually
Uh-huh.
has some logic to it.
Yep.
But the dragons,
What else starts with a D? I'm keeping the alliteration.
dipshits.
Wes, do you want us to call ourselves the Delta Dipshit? Because that is better than being Delta Dragons. You know what? That's overruled.
Oh no.
What? I was kidding. I was very much joking.
No, overruled. Absolutely not. Frankly, you're out of the naming committee.
I
Is
Wish
the
I
naming
wasn't.
committee- Is the
But here we are.
naming committee just you?
And well, it's you and you, Adva.
Huh.
So Delta Dragons is what I'm thinking. Yes, no, yes, thoughts? It's pretty.
no.
You're not in the
Yo.
naming committee. Please do not interrupt our proceedings.
She holds up a colon and a /.
What? What do you mean you hold up an emoticon? That's not a thing.
That doesn't.
It's not a thing you can do.
Do you just
can't
carry?
have
Do
that-
you
have that
carry
like
a piece of
sign?
paper with that on it?
Yes.
No.
No, you don't.
Absolutely not. Do you pull
Why'd
a
you
piece?
ask the question?
Do you pull a piece of paper with that written on it out of your fucking pocket dimension or some shit? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, that is something I could do, couldn't I?
Nope.
No.
Overruled.
Why am I not on the naming committee anymore either? Why? Why is
Well, you
Connor
didn't give
not-
me a response. You said something that was nothing.
I
So-
shake my head in disappointment since you won't let me use my magic emoticon.
I'll take that as a yes. Team Delta Dragons.
You know,
At
just
your
the deltas
service.
would work.
You're the Delta. That sounds like an airline, dude. We gotta have something cool.
It is an airline.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See,
I
you
look-
back me up on this, right? Dragons are cool.
Dragons are cool.
See?
At least
But
I've never
I
met
don't know if-
never met a dragon that wasn't cool. At least.
Wait.
Wait a
The
sec.
that's not. You gotta be kidding me. That can't also be real among everything else I've learned is real this week, this month, this year. That cannot be real.
No,
Right.
of course, dragons aren't real. It was a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's funny. He doesn't know the bounds of anything yet.
Oh,
Old
I see.
West.
There's a new one. I gotcha. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry about the mood when I came in. I did just watch a man maybe die.
That's
pretty
that's
understandable. We actually just got flyers for that play today from some of Stacy's.
Oh, the ones that look the same but aren't related.
Yeah, they just said they're friends today, and I nearly spat out my mac and cheese.
But you didn't because you're a normal person.
Yeah, their friend.
Yeah.
Their friend.
I'm glad you know that, West.
Their friend Tara's on the cast with me. She's playing the old haughty girl whose name I don't remember. Carlotta, I think. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did mention her.
I know things about Phantom of the Opera because I watched it several times and I literally have the fucking script open as a PDF right now.
Nice.
Genius.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate. It's real. As she says the word unfortunate, she kind of like frowns and like puts her head down again. It's not great what happened to him.
Well, I mean,
I sip my Southern Comfort.
some of these things are out of our control.
It's literally
some more than others.
It's literally the best one you've ever tasted.
Holy shit, those are so hard to get right sometimes too. People really fuck up the amount of bitters for some reason. I don't get it.
Is this a Josh complaint or a Connor complaint?
It can be both. Connor says that out loud.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
My sister's extremely talented at many things. Acting is kind of all I got.
Well, I mean, it's good to have the one thing, as opposed to having nothing. So, I mean,
Yes,
that's the upside.
You know what? I suppose that's true. This accent sucks. I wish I hadn't done this.
So
Undo it. You have the power.
So was
it's
was
too
it just
late.
like a freak accident or?
It sounded like it. I was talking. I heard the lighting guy. He was up in the rafters when it happened, like messing with one of the lights, but he wasn't messing with the one that fell. And he had been checking them all day, so it doesn't make any sense for it to have fallen the way it did. It's just a spot of bad luck, I guess.
I guess.
Well, I mean,
What do you guys think?
I see nothing wrong with what's happened so far. I'm just like, where can I find suspicion here? I have no idea. Like, as just if I put myself in West's shoes, not knowing what actually happened, I don't know where to find suspicion.
Let me.
Here. I'm just
Hey,
like, a dude died.
hey, why don't you roll some fucking dice, maybe, huh? There's a skill called Investigate a Mystery. If one of you would like to roll that. If one of you
Can
would like to
multiple
roll.
of us? Oh.
No, because that would be busted as hell.
I will roll Investigate a Mystery because I think that is sharp, which I'm good at.
Sharp.
7. So you can ask. Investigate a mystery. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here?
It's like, it's weird actually. There was a... So I heard the lighting guy talking also, and he said that the bolts that were hanging it on, like, it doesn't look like it fell loose, or that it, like, broke. It looked like it was cut almost. Like, it was a clean cut all the way through. And that doesn't just happen with bolts. Those things are thick.
Yeah, normally not. That's like made out of metal.
Yeah.
Does bad luck normally cut things clean through that shouldn't be cut?
Yeah,
No, not unless bad luck is what you name like a bolt cutter.
That's a bad name. Kind of like Delta Dragons.
We're the Delta Dragons. I don't want to hear anything more about it.
Okay.
Unless you want to be the only member of the Delta dipshit.
You know what? That's fair. I'd rather not.
All right.
Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, it seems weird that was like cut like that, but it would have. If it weren't for my damn gift, she says with air quotes, it would have hit me.
Well, I mean, you can't really control things that you're just born with. Like me and my need to drink human blood. You know, if I dwelled on it, be
Yeah, it's probably
all kinds of whack.
Probably be real upsetting if you thought about it too much, huh?
Yeah, but it just don't. I just crack a jorts moon.
I hate those fucking things. Vampire friend of me dared me to drink one once, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh, that's rude.
Fucking gross.
Boy,
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't do that to me because I would be upset.
Well, I'm not gonna waste one of my jorts moons giving it to you, West. I'm sorry. You wouldn't appreciate it.
I would not.
Yeah.
Quite
No,
literally.
see, I understand. No, I got it. I know. I'm privy. I'm down.
So what is being concealed here is that it may not have been an accident, basically.
Yeah.
Or at least it doesn't sound like one based on the fact that it was cut clean through.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that anyone would get that jealous over a school play that they would cut the bolts, right?
I would hope not.
It's not like this.
I would hope
It's like
not.
this was like a crazy intense production or anything.
Yeah,
right?
It's local community theater. The direct.
I'm pretty sure that's not raking in the massive sponsorships.
That's why it felt as weird too. It's not like this is a big production. It's not. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing special about me.
So, well, I wouldn't say that, but
Depends on the circles you're running.
so you keep talking about your gift being possibly what caused this, but has anything this bizarre happened with it before?
No, it's usually just stuff like. So the way, as far as I can tell, the way my gift works is like, I have good luck sometimes, but it means almost exclusively that someone else has to have bad luck. So sometimes it's like I found $20.
Like karma.
Yeah, kind of. Like sometimes I find $20 on the ground, but that means somebody else lost that $20.
Well, that's true of any money found on the ground by anybody.
Not necessarily. What if it was going to be shredded by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service?
Okay, but say it wasn't.
It's
Yeah,
okay,
but what it was.
okay. Like bad example, but like that's the kind of thing I mean. Like for me to get something with my gift, somebody else must necessarily lose something. At least as far as
meant the Federal Reserve.
as far as I've ever been able to tell, and that's
For
I don't
you
know.
mean
It's
like
just,
for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
yeah, like Newton's
But
law,
it's
but
luck
with
law.
like fate.
So like,
Can I ask you guys a question? If you
Sure.
had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Would you?
no.
That's not real. That wasn't in character. I just
The
had
law of
I-
equivalent exchange.
I just
Can I
had
point
to.
out that you've just taken the hook from Good Luck Girl and made it a character.
You know I don't know what that is.
It's an anime.
Cool. Anyway,
I mean, I guessed that.
If you want to watch an anime about this character, go watch Boku no Ga on Funimation.
I mean,
I
I
doubt
would.
she's Irish.
So
No,
I would.
Well, she could be.
I would
So
think that
she's
if-
like, here, watch
it was
this,
really-
and there's a dartboard at one side of one side of the room, right? She picks it up and from the other side of the room, without looking, hurls the dart at the dartboard, and it scores a fucking triple 20, not a bullseye, but a
Wow.
triple 20. But the
The
bull,
highest
It's like the
scoring.
Super Bullseye, right?
It's the most points.
yes,
Yeah.
she does this without looking, and then the dartboard, like, as it kind of like tips with the impact, there was something like there was like a small piece of like food or something that had gotten stuck up there, and it just falls into the drink of the old man at the end of at that thing. She's like, see,
Damn, that was rad as hell.
yeah, but not for him.
Well,
The universe
I-
works
yeah.
in the bad
But-
ways.
you know, I would think a lot more people would have gotten injured if it was really
usually
if you could really chalk it up to.
I mean, usually
Well, her power didn't cause the light to fall. It just made so
Right.
it didn't hit her.
Oh, I see.
Probably, anyways. Something cut the bolts that made the light fall, and that's the suspicious part.
I think you might be right. Do you think it's something strange going on at the theater?
You know, if you'd asked me like 2 months ago, I would have been like, nah, probably not. But since then, I've had to fight a siren. So,
Yeah, just
who
think how I feel.
knows?
All right. Well,
So do you think we have a mystery theater on our hands?
Well, I mean, it's at least something we should
I'm
check,
3,000% sure. She doesn't say that. She doesn't say that. She's like, it's. Well, I mean, the director's going to be holding auditions now since, at the very least, the actor who is playing the Phantom isn't going to be able to anymore due to grievous head injury.
So we get an inside man, and then
Wes,
I turn and I
both look
stare
at
at
Wes.
Wes.
We both look at Wes. Yeah.
Yeah. Wes shrinks as much as possible, and just starts thinking rapidly in his mind. No.
All right,
As soon as he heard those words, they were looking for a replacement. He knew what their
Me
reaction
and
would
Connor
be.
both look at each other and each of us grab one of Wes' arms and lift him up and take him out the door.
Exactly.
Well, okay, you're
whoa,
going to
My
another.
Sprite!
You're going. Okay, I guess you do this, but like you're going to another place today.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk to Dracky.
She's like,
So, like, do we just leave without saying bye? What are we doing?
As you guys are
I'll
like,
yell bye over my shoulder.
as you guys are leaving the bar, she's like, he's holding open auditions tomorrow. If you want to come, the theater should be open. Bye.
I really don't. Ah!
Hey, thank you for all your help.
Good luck. Wait, bad word choice. Bye.
As we drag Wes out the door.
As you're dragging him out the door, Rena comes back with a warm glass of milk. She's like, leaving so soon? All right, have a good one. See you soon.
Yep.
Come back anytime.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Come back anytime. And the door closes, and you guys drag West.
I would have waved.
Drag
at
West
her, but
outside
my
for
hands are
comedic.
busy lifting West.
Drag West
I could
outside
just
for
lift West myself.
comedic effect,
Yeah, I
I
forgot you're
guess, because
super
you guys
strong.
have to go to Dracula's house still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Adva lets go, and I just single-handedly pick up West.
Why are you still carrying me?
I don't know. You know, I think it was originally for comedic effect, but now we're just
I have
here.
legs.
Now we're just outside. Benson is still parked there. He's like, Would you like me to stow him in the trunk, sir?
Oh,
No.
West,
Please.
Dude.
Oh, come on.
It was a joke. I would never do that to you, Mr. Wordsworth. I don't know if you ever told him your last name, but here we are.
He probably
it.
knows. He's Benson.
Yeah, Benson like definitely ran background checks on these fools.
He knows everyone in Maplebrook,
For sure.
and they know him.
Yeah, so as you guys get in the car to go to Dracula's house, I think that is where we're going to call it for now. Because it seems like a decent stopping point between what is sure to be another 30-minute fucking goof fest. Where maybe some pertinent information is revealed, but doubtful. Yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you guys all had fun with the individual scenes and the fucking kidnapping that just happened.
Fucking knew that if it came up they were holding auditions, that those two shits were gonna look at me.
Well, it can't be me.
Wes, would you...
It can!
It could.
I have -2 charm.
That's true.
I have -1.
Yeah, so you're better. You're more charming.
Why can't it be
You need to have a
Adva?
performance in.
Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I was about to say I could take a skill that turns charm into sharp, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to waste my precious skills.
Also, that's from the vampire playbook.
Yeah, I can take a skill from another playbook.
Yeah, but we can't use one that's already in play.
Oh, F.
We discussed this
Yeah.
last time.
Yes.
F.
Anyway,
I
yeah, that's
forgot.
gonna do it for us tonight.
Otherwise, that'd be whack.
Will there
We
be
could just all be
Will there
the
be
same
Maplebrooke
character.
last week? Let me actually check. I don't remember what my work schedule was. I think I can do Maplebrooke.
I think
next
you
week.
said you're busy Tuesday.
Tuesday I'm closing from 4:30 to 1 a.m. So no, there will not be Maplebrook next week.
Jeezy crazy.
The week after we can, I think, as long as that's not the last one.
Yeah, it's not.
There'll be some fucking Christmas Eve Maplebrook. Except it'll be
Oh,
like
yeah.
the day after. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if your store does, but we close at 10 on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I should
So
be
it
fine on
closed pretty
Christmas
early.
Eve, and then New Year's will be the
And then we'll go back to the way it should be.
New Year's will be the whatever, I think it's Champions Miss for TNT, and then back to Maplebrooke the next week. Yep.
And then we will
So-
see with 2020 vision once the year crosses over.
Yep. Yep, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been super.
Oh wait,
550
Joe, we have to do end of session stuff.
Good point.
Do we?
I always forget this. Did we
I
conclude the
want my
current
XP.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
Nope.
No.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse? No.
We put West in certain death.
Now,
No.
are we counting our personal scenes for anything?
None of you were put in. None of you were put in or
Jeffrey.
saved from.
No, I
certain
mean like
death.
for any of these questions.
I guess. Did we learn something new and important about the world, which like you collectively did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then did we learn something new and important about one of the
Could
hunters?
I argue I learned something about this last one too?
I would say you could. Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
So, any of you who got 1 or 2, you mark 1 experience. 3 or 4, you mark 2.
Woo! I get to level up.
Level up.
I already leveled up. I have to pick a thing.
Okay, yeah, that's so. I'll let these
So I'll
guys
do
do
that
their
in
level
between
up
streams.
stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll
Level
catch
up.
you tomorrow for maybe the end of Final Fantasy. Depends on how long the weapon fights take. But we're all like decked
As
out
we
now,
just
so-
got a Knights of the Round, mimic Knights of the Round, Knights of the Round again.
Just use Knights of the Round like 12
Knights of the-
times consecutively.
Are we ground up on that, or do we have to still do that?
It said 4 stars right now. I could get it to 5.